Hey, family, we are back. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope message to listen to. Listen to, listen to, listen to, listen to.
Come on. Listen to us. Listen now. Listen wide and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. We are coming back, right back at you one more time again. It is 10 o'clock in Chicagoland. And obviously, we're streaming out to as many people that can hear us as we have replay viewers. We already know it. We want to bless you. We thank you for coming on in. We thank you for supporting us. Go ahead, make sure that you share, hit notifications. If you're on YouTube as you're seeing this, make sure that you subscribe to receive all the notifications. We will be streaming on YouTube much more often than we've ever done it before. So get ready for all of the content. Today, our topic is the Apostolic. We're gearing up for our Apostolic Women's Conference. And let me tell you something. We already know that women don't get as much throw as they should. So if you are a woman, I want you to tag all the women you can tag. If you are a lady, if you are a sister, a young lady, an older lady, tag all the women you can tag, because every woman should support women and their right to have a voice, especially inside of the spirit realm. All right. So go ahead. If you're new here, go ahead and start to tag people, start to share it to your groups, share it to your networks, share it to your best friend, your neighbor, all of those people, because if they are a lady, they are going to enjoy what we have to say. All right, we're getting started. Thank you for coming on in. I see you coming on in. God bless you. Go ahead. You can hit us inside of the chat section. We want to see you chat it up. Tell us where you're from. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us what's been going on new for you. What's going on? How's it going, Miss
Chifa
Chisa? I can
Roby,
see it.
God bless
I can
you.
see
We
it.
see the numbers boosting up, y'all. Tell us where you're from, what you're doing, what you know.
Come
Say
on.
hey. We're gonna say hey back, you guys. Tell us what state and city you from and everything like that. We're broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois, somewhere in Chicago. Y'all see my apostolic sword? My sons and daughters have gotten me. I have 3 apostolic swords. Like,
Come
I'm a
on.
young woman in the apostolic with 3, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 apostolic swords. So I know that that means something. And baby, I was thrusting that sword through some stuff my leaders on tonight. I told myself, go get my apostolic sword. And he came back with the one of my sons and daughters, but I was like, how appropriate. How appropriate. How appropriate. And so we dealt with some things, y'all. And it takes apostles to deal with certain things. And so I need y'all to go ahead and share this broadcast. I know
Come on. Hammond, Indiana. Shout out, Hammond, Indiana. Everyone that's coming on, if you are a lady, go ahead and tag 50 other ladies with you. Share it to 50 other ladies. Let them know that we are on and we are talking about the apostolic woman. We're talking about the apostolic in general, but I want you to know that we're gearing up for our Apostolic Women's Conference. And let me tell you something, it's going to be apostolic, absolutely phenomenal. So please go ahead and share this broadcast. Thank you, those that are already sharing. Thank you, Facebook, for going ahead and sharing. Thank you, YouTube, for going ahead and sharing. Those that are on YouTube, let us know where you're from. Those that are on Facebook, let us know where you're from. We want to give shout outs to you as well as where you're coming from. All right. Let's see here.
Hey,
We got some people.
Tyrone.
Apostle Robinson.
Yes.
Greetings from Florida. Good to have you on, Apostle. All right, what we got here?
Long Beach, California. How you doing, Felicia? How you doing, family? How y'all doing?
Let's go.
Sinitra Williams, God bless you. Y'all go ahead and hit that share button and get these saints in here. Tell them we live out here in these streets. We hadn't been live in a minute, y'all. We had so many beautiful things to happen. Our church had our 15-year anniversary. Our 15-year anniversary was absolutely fantastic, y'all. Everyone dressed up in their finest attire. It was a formal event, and that was the sneaker ball portion. And that was just absolutely beautiful. It was a safe place. It was a nice thing to do. Nice place. I absolutely enjoyed it. And then after that, We ordained a couple of prophets and appointed an apostle, and our network. So the church is growing, the network is growing. We're in a very good space, but then our other businesses are growing as well. And so we're trying to learn how to manage them all.
Who said you couldn't grow? Come on, we command you to grow. Let's go.
That's a part of the apostolic, and baby, we're gonna get into that on tonight. Toya, hey family, how you doing? Long time no see. Somebody said, hey apostles, God bless you. It says Facebook user, so I don't know your name. You can put your name in the comment section so I can address you by your name, family. But yeah, so that's what our life is looking like, and so we're trying to balance all the things that God is doing, and I think we doing okay.
We doing all right. We doing all right. We doing pretty good, actually. We ain't worn all the way down and broken in. We ain't crying about it. Look, when you have an overflow in your life, it is hard to murmur and complain, all right? So we just want to release that to you. Those that need an overflow inside of your life, put inside the comment section, I have overflow. I want you to come into agreement with what I'm about to declare over your life, that you will hit a overflow, you will hit it rich, you will have prosperity, you will have good things coming into your life daily. God has already declared and decreed it. We're just coming into proper alignment with you and what God wants to do inside of your life. God bless each and every one of y'all as y'all come on in. Share this to about 50 new women, 50 other women that are all around and about, some men as well. Share it, because we're going to talk about the apostolic. We want to definitely give more voice to the woman in the apostolic. We don't talk about it much. We don't talk about it at all because we want to hide our women and treat them as though they are nothing. But we are going to give voice to the woman. We're going to give voice to the power that's inside of a woman, the voice, the girth that's inside of a woman, the treasure that's inside of a woman. We want to do that. So if you're with me, go ahead and share this into your groups, your network, share this to your friend. We want to support all women, and we want to push women on this evening. All right. We want to push women every single day. We got apostolic women that are doing big things, and we need to begin to push it. All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm seeing I have the overflow. That's what I'm talking about. Prophesy, declare and decree that thing, because overflow is yours. Overflow is yours. And we would not complain. We would not murmur when our businesses are flooded with too much business. Come on, y'all. Who's with me? Who's with me? We will not murmur and complain when we can't get to enough customers. Come on. We would just add more service clerksmen. We would just add more assistants. We would just expand ourselves. I command you to grow and go into the overflow. I just declare and decree it right now. Overflow is yours. Overflow is yours. Abundance is yours. You were made to win. You were made to be inside of the overflow. Somebody needs to lift their hands up and begin to shout, I was made for the overflow. You got to dare Satan to leave you alone. You got to push him up on out your life. All right. So share this broadcast right now. We're about to go all in. We're talking about the apostolic women. We have an apostolic conference that's coming up in a couple weeks, and I want you to be a part of it. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to give shout out to some of you that are on. Cheryl Nixon, I see you. Trevera Watson, the prophet, I see you. Herlinda. All right. I see you. Glory, I see you. Latoria, I see you. God Margaret Ortez, I see you. Thank you for sharing 10 times.
Thank you, family.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, who can match her and share 10 times? I need you to share 10 times. Ladies, and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are a teenager, if you're elderly, I don't care. Go ahead and share this broadcast right now. All right. Let's break it in. Let's break it in. Thank you, Prophet Tammy. I see you. Prophet
Toya, Ashley.
Prophet Ash.
Toya, how you doing? Pastor Donna. I see
in
our
the house.
pastors in here. Shamika, how you doing, family? Margaret, God bless you. Dr. Rhonda, how you doing? Look, we're getting ready to get started, y'all. Put in the comment section. The apostolic is the engine to the fivefold. I need y'all to understand that.
Let's go.
And a lot of times people do not understand that women are called to the apostolic. And some of them are misidentified as pastors and prophets.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Now, and I see my pastor Nestle in here, who has an apostolic destiny. So, baby, tune in.
Listen in, baby. Close, bring your Nestle. Ear to bring it to the screen.
So
we dropping keys today, y'all.
The first time I was ever told, now growing up, I'm gonna start here. Growing up, I was always told you're a prophet. A prophetess. Let me start.
Prophetess.
I'm a prophetess. The Lord has called you to be a prophetess. You're called to the prophetic because you're a prophetess, right? And I've had hands laid upon me as a prophet before. Okay. The first time I heard that I was an apostle, I was 21 years old. We had just gotten married. I was at that time a minister at our old home church, God's Manifested Glory International Ministries. Y'all like that? Because y'all hear how that lineage is inside of our church's name, King Van Hand International Ministries. Y'all hear that lineage?
Come on.
That apostolic succession.
When you got true sonship.
When you got true sonship, there is apostolic succession. I just want to throw that out there. And so, what winds up happening is I had led praise and worship because that's where I got my start in ministries and praise and worship before I started preaching. Well, I was preaching first, then I did praise and worship. It was always flip-flop, and I still lead praise and worship from time to time now. So I led the church, and and that was always my thing, to presence worship. And that's still my thing now. Like 20 years later, that's still my thing now. And so I went and sat down in the minister's row, and I sat down, and a guest apostle came to the church, and he called me up, and he said, and I was actually wearing red today. Sidebar, saints, for those of you that are Episcopal or understand Episcopal, you know that red is the color of apostolic. Didn't catch that I was wearing red tonight, but anyway,
ding, ding, ding.
that wasn't even on purpose, because I'm not into the purple, the red, and all that. We're not those.
Yeah, you won't catch us typically.
I understand it.
We understand it. We've been a part of many ecumenical ordinances, licensings, all that stuff, right? We are about that. It's great. It's just not exactly what we do.
Right.
All right.
So it's odd that I was just like, okay, Lord, it happened, no mistake. For me, it was a mistake. God's mind is above mine. And so the apostle called me up, and he said, the Lord has called you to be an apostle. I was 21, and at that time I had only seen men in the apostolic. Put in the comment section, usually men are properly identified and sometimes misidentified as apostles. The apostolic is not something you could ascend to like it's a promotion. Like you have reached the height of your office of the prophet, and so now, boom, we're gonna lay hands on you and name you an apostle. Just like you're born a prophet, just like you're born a pastor, just like you're born an evangelist, just like you're born a teacher, you are born an apostle. It is not a promotional office. You have to be born into this. You have to be born into this place. And when we deal inside of this area of being apostolic or being an apostle, you have to understand your rights and your privileges as women and men of God. Now, look, a lot of times they identify men automatically, but there comes a issue with identifying women. And so I'm having a women's conference, sidebar, just so you all know, a women's conference August 4th and 5th. Ooh, with some powerhouse women, including one of my spiritual daughters. I know she's going to tear that house down. I know she's gonna tear that house down. It's called Rendezvous with Me at Tiffany. So y'all know it's breakfast at Tiffany's thing, and little black dresses on the Friday night when I go to preach close out the conference.
Look. When you deal with the apostolic, you got to deal with order. And let me tell y'all something. When there's a theme, when you in Rome, what you supposed to do? Everybody put up in there what you supposed to do when you in Rome. Come on, when you're in Rome,
as the Romans.
Come on. And so, look, I need everybody to come on inside of their dress. I need everybody to come in looking their best. I need everybody to come in with that finesse. I need everybody to come in with that fire, all right? Because we are coming in a desire to see God move. And not only that, to see God move through women.
Come on. That's actually my apostolic sword behind me.
Yeah, she got about 2 or 3 of them.
3 apostolic swords. I have a black one, a black and silver, a black is black and gold, black and silver, and red and gold. So you guys see mine behind one of mine behind me. And so we have to begin to understand this. So what happens when we're starting to, I have gotten into a space where literally I rapped when I was doing a prophetic worship.
It was fresh too. It was fresh, y'all.
Literally a month ago when I was doing itinerant ministry. I was like, well, God will go with it. It's the arts. But a lot of times people do not understand that the apostolic women are called to it as well. God birthed women in the earth to begin to shape society and to begin to birth other women and to thrust people forward and to drive people forward. When you're born an apostle, there's an uncanny drive on the inside of you that is, it never dies. Nothing in you leave no crumbs. Everything is always driven. You're driven. There's a constant drive. I think even at night, I do not suffer insomnia, but I tell you guys what, I'm driven. I'm driven about the call of God upon my life. I'm driven about the call of God upon my sons, spiritual sons and daughters' lives. I stay up and I literally pray and I command order into their lives. Literally, y'all. If I see deficit, I pray because I can see things in their future and I want to see them materialize in their now. I see, look, Pastor Nestle, who's called an apostle, she said, wow, I didn't know red. Yes, baby, red. It's
your favorite color because you was born into it.
Born into it, baby.
You was born into it. Come on, Apostle Ness, you were born into it. Let's go.
And so what happens is we don't understand that there's a driving force. You ever gotten to a space where you just can't give up? That is the apostolic nature that rests upon you. And so when you're dealing with women who often get misidentified and called missionary, called a prophet.
Yes.
They don't even want to call you a pastor, evangelist, and not detracting anything. Because my husband and I have all fivefold giftings submitted to our anointing. We bless God for them trusting us with their calling and with their destiny. But I'm telling you what, when you're an apostolic woman and you're called to the apostolic, you cannot allow yourself to be misidentified and subjected to something that is not in God's kingdom for your life. Well, the enemy will try to cap you away from the space where there's this drive and there's this depth on the inside of you. And there's this constant hunger for the things of God and for the kingdom manifestation and for signs and wonders and miracles and to see heaven begin to come down into the earth. That is an apostle at work on the inside of you. One of my main functions as an apostle, and I understand my main function, I am graced to do it, is to train other apostles. And so now I'm in a season where I'm literally training other apostles that are apostles to other apostles. And it gives me such life to do this, to bring correction, to bring proper doctrine, to introduce the people of God to apologetics. Look, give you the shortcut. Everybody don't need to go and get a doctorate in theology. I'm not knocking it because I did it, right? But that's not everyone's judge.
Come on. Sometimes you're supposed to go and be taught. It's okay to just go to a church or a ministry that has the proper credentials and sit and be taught. In fact, there are no apostles that were not once disciples.
Come on. And we were discipled and we sat for 3 years with our former spiritual father, person that sent us. It dawned on me. And the Lord said, he did what I told you all what I told him to do. Listen, I thought I was dropped, y'all. and Apostle, if you see this, baby, I love you. Okay. But I felt, I'm going to stress that. Not that you did anything wrong, sir. I felt dropped. And so.
Oh, we're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with that.
Ooh, and so I felt dropped and I felt abandoned. I was like, he just sent us into ministry. He left. I did cry.
She did.
I thought I was dropped. But the main thing that the woman of God used to say, prophet used to say, was the main function of God's manifested glory was to release y'all. We were waiting on y'all because y'all are going to come up out of us and you're going to do ministry. They did their assignment. I said, God, even though I felt like I was young, because when we started Kingdom Ahead, y'all, I was 22 years old. I had been released with the call of God as an apostle at 21 years old. I thought that, we were gonna walk with them forever and just,
Yeah.
And they told us, they called us into a meeting. They said, we're putting you out the nest, not because you've done wrong, but because you're done righteously. And anytime you guys fall or fail, just like we will be there to catch you. And they did keep to that. I will say they kept to that.
Even up until this point, if I ever need something, they will find me. I'm on their radar.
Thank you.
They can fly to me, find me. They know exactly how to find me. They know how to get to me. See, that's the great thing about having true spiritual parents. They don't always got to be all up in your face because they need to give you room to grow. Everyone put in the comment section, I need room to grow. Because you can't grow when everybody holding your hand and making it happen for you. You got to grow when they go. Come on, y'all. Let me talk to somebody. You got to grow when they go. And so it's been a blessing that they were willing to say, well, we're pushing you out. Go do your ministry. And if you have a rough and a tumble, if you go up, if you go down, whatever it is, I'm going to catch you. If your wings get clipped because you're trying to fly too close to the sun and you realize that your wings is just wax, guess what? We gonna catch you. If you run out of money, guess what we gonna do? We gonna catch you. That's what spiritual parents look like. They look like, I'm gonna catch you. I got you, son. I got you, daughter. And sometimes you get into a position in life where that I got you feels like I lost you.
And I want to tell you guys something. Inside of that space, I did not understand that I was getting the authority from heaven, because they still gave me assignments, and another did step in. God rest his soul, Apostle D'Antonio Wells and his then wife, Apostle Patricia Smith. They took us and anointed us and sent us into ministry. Come on. And so, look, because folk, we got to act like we know, because folk be acting like they know our history and they don't. And so they be making
it's so
stuff
crazy. And everybody like, they making us submit to people we don't
even know.
We not with them. Don't
folk
do
be
that.
Out here lying.
Don't be doing that.
Stop lying.
Don't be trying to kidnap. Let it go. It's okay. We have our own lineage. That's the reason why we stand sure and 10 toes in. We're good. You know what I'm saying? It's wild out here. It's wild. We're gonna go into that though later.
Y'all catching this, right? So we giving y'all, we're giving you guys
history.
Those that create, they create it because they think they know something that they don't know, because people out here lying.
They be lying.
So
everybody just put in the comment section, stop lying.
Pastor Ness beat you.
Come on, stop lying.
Stop lying.
Stop lying. It don't make no sense. Don't talk about people you don't know about. Close your mouth. You don't know us. You don't know where we came from. All you know is we blew up. All you know is they got big all of a sudden. All you know, you don't know what we had to go through. You don't know us.
I'm 37.
Yeah, it ain't all of a sudden.
I dated myself. I said I was 22 when we got started. I am 37.
So that should let you know.
I started preaching at 15.
Come on.
So this is more than half of my life in ministry. But we're gonna keep going. And I'm gonna reference that on purpose, because those of you that are apostolic and God is raising you up, you're gonna understand why certain things hit your life early, why certain reasons to break curses in your family hit you early, why you had certain palates and hungers and desires earlier than those around you, why sometimes it feel like you've been pushed out your family and like you are the outcast, because the apostles have to undergo that nature of being alone. And you have to know how to fend for yourself in what you deem loneliness. Come on here, somebody. Come on. I don't mean where you're unsubmitted to people, because we stay submitted.
Look,
I'm saying when you're out there and you feel like, oh my God, my family pushed me out.
Come on.
Oh my God, I don't belong. Oh my God, I'm an outcast. Oh my God, I've been teased all my life. Oh my God, I'm different. The apostolic brings a distinction to you. You can't be like everyone else. You won't look like everyone else. You won't sound like everyone else. You will sound like what God has connected you to birth you into the apostolic.
Come on.
And so wind up going ahead and saying, well, we're going to do this calling. They took us laid hands upon us. He said, look, it's time for you guys to do this, and to really thrust into kingdom at hand, because the Lord had given us the name for kingdom at hand. Like,
yeah, gave us the name for the ministry, told us what it was going to be. You see, you can't be a went.
You got to be sent.
You got to be sent. You can't be a went. You got to be sent.
And the key thing about being an apostle, not only are you born into this, because it's not I've got a promotion for the prophetic and I'm an apostle. No, it's you are born into this, and then you have to be sent into your work. And when I mean sent into your work, there is a divine message that God has locked up in your shando that you have to get in touch with God to begin to deliver. And your life begins to teach this message. And so your very instances that you've gone through, your heartbreaks, your disappointments, that intense loneliness, that dispel, dealing with the sounds and doctrine and words and sentences and phrases and trying to figure things out in investigation, all of that is locked up on the inside of you, because that's a part of your apostolic DNA. I talked to my sons and daughters tonight. I said, man, to get the vision of the church, I literally sat in my dining room pregnant with my oldest son for 6 hours. I typed our church's bylaws at 22 years old, and we took them to our church's attorneys. They said, these are airtight. Did you buy them? Y'all, I was 22 with legal and information in my spirit.
Come on. And that's something that people don't know. They won't know that about you unless they know you. You don't know someone until you know them. When you know what's inside of them, you know them. You can't know them from just the exterior. You don't know what she knows. Come on, legal work. Come on, she's done many legal works to help push us forward. It's amazing the stuff that God will put on the inside of you, and you'll find it as a talent. You'll find it as a charisma. You'll find it as a just a plain out, my mind does this. I think this way. My identity makes me do this. You'll find it that way. And what'll happen is people will bless you inside of it. People want to bless your identity. The issue with the apostle is he is fought, or she is fought through their identity. So many times you'll find yourself getting ravished with complaints, concerns. You'll always have somebody talking about you behind your back. You'll always have somebody talking about you in front of your face because they believing in your Christianity. You'll have people doing the exact most. But what happens when they do the most is they expose who you are. They expose who you are. I'm giving y'all keys. Everyone say, I'm catching keys today. I'm going to catch keys on the apostolic today. Catch these keys.
Because you need to know that message, baby, all of that has to do with that message that's locked up in your shando. And you have to get before God to get that message. And it's going to generally deal with some of the worst things you ever gone through.
Come on. And every single worst thing you've ever gone through is going to expose your identity.
Come on.
Your behaviors around your exposure shows you who you are. Your behaviors. God wants to expose who you are. Many of you want to stay hidden. Get out of hiding and join us. Get out of hiding and join some people that want to shine light to what's happening on the inside of you. If you are a female apostle, you need to join where the apostles live. If you are a prophet, you need to go where the prophets live. Stop playing games with your life. Don't play any longer. Just say, I'm going to take the keys. I'm coming out of the cave. I'm coming out of the judgment. I'm coming out of all of the hate. And I'm coming into life. I'm coming into godliness. I'm coming into abundance. And let me say this much. As God exposes who you are and you begin to see your identity or your distinction, what God is going to do is he's going to send specific tests your way. as an apostolic leader, as an apostolic person, you will have specific tests to teach you how to live apostolically, to teach you how to be one with your uniqueness, how to roll with who you are. Because if you don't roll with who you are, the people around you are going to make you roll with who they are.
And baby, there's nothing like being a duplicate. There's a unique, now there's a thing of impartation, and then there's a thing of identity inside of impartation, and you receive the fullness of what God is trying to do inside of your life. And so I wouldn't take away, I get called a machine, you know what I'm saying, when I'm preaching, because I did take away from those that have imparted on the inside of me. Dr. Tanya Johnson was a machine.
She can preach.
I'm saying this, my face had to scratch, because it was one day, girl got up and walked chairs, okay?
In heels.
In high heels.
In heels. see, that's the power of a woman. It's easy to do it in your flats, gentlemen. We've done it in our flats. Yes, I've gotten on top of chairs and laid hands and laid out 500 people. Yes, we've had people crying on the floor. Yes, we've grown out shoes and spines and legs and everything else. We've healed the sick, cast out devils. But when you tread upon chairs in heels, there is something to say. Somebody say, I'm an apostolic woman inside of this comment section.
I'm an apostolic woman.
I'm an apostolic woman. See, we want to give kudos. We want to cherish, we want to bless, and we want to promote the woman apostle.
Come on.
Let me tell you something. Hey, now, unfortunately, because we saying this, there's going to be some man that's going to try to put on some heels.
No, it's going to be some man that's going to say.
I hate that we have to go here.
There's no such thing as a woman apostle.
Oh, then we got to go there too.
Junius. Dorcas, the judges in the Old Testament. We're gonna stop playing with this, okay? We're gonna stop playing today, because if you don't get scriptural, then you will understand that God has poured out his spirit upon all flesh. And when you begin to understand that he's poured out his spirit upon all flesh, and that there's a drive inside of women, and we're birthers, because we create people, we hone them in our bodies, we feed them, we breathe for them, we bathe for them, and then we take care of them after we give birth to them. Look, all of that is a part of being an apostolic woman. When the Lord began to release my apostolic sons and daughters, because we have sons and daughters that are apostles, baby, let me help you to understand. I love my spiritual son, Apostle Frederick Tapley. I think he's on here too.
He might be.
I thought I saw him commenting.
I see the prophet.
I see his wife, the prophet. You know what I'm saying? But with Apostle Nikki, I'm looking like, oh, my foot is going up, because you are an apostolic woman. And so there has to be a specific grace. I don't know much about being a man. I can instruct men. And yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But I love you.
I love you, boss.
But with women, because I am in the lifestyle of a woman. I am a woman. I was born one. I am a.
And she will stay one.
I'm gonna stay one. That's what I said. I didn't want to say cisgender.
No, she will stay one.
Born one. But see, they call this thing now cisgender. I'm a cisgender woman. Assigned at birth, and I operate in my God-given role as a woman. I've created people. Okay, both spiritual and natural. I have 3 natural babies. They're not so much babies anymore. I have 2 teens. Do I look like I should have teenage kids? Do we look like we have teenage kids?
I was just complimented the other day on how young I look. I gotta tell y'all, chocolate, this man ain't cracking at all, baby. We not cracking. We not cracking.
We have teenagers and a little one that's straggling. And so what happens is we have to begin to look at the nature of a woman, even inside of that nature, even the nature inside of Eve. That was so apostolic and so sent and so timely. God said, look, now, you, Eve. And she said, look, I saw Satan and he tricked me. That was an apostolic statement. If I've never heard one. I saw Satan and he tricked me. I saw him. I want to tell y'all that Adam was standing right there, but he ain't see it. He ain't see through the crack. He didn't see through the smoke and mirrors, but she saw him and allowed herself to be tricked because it was something she wanted. Oh, we're gonna talk about the nature and the desire of the apostolic women in a couple of days. I wanted to give you guys the background of what this is, because I believe that this is the hour where apostolic women are arising, that there are daughters of Zion arising with the title apostle, and they have a huge sending upon their life. They're going to the nations, they're creating generations, and that this is something that is going to be a legacy in the earth of apostolic women that will go down in history for works that God has raised them up to be and to do and to become. Just like I believe that there are apostolic men that God has raised up and is raising up that will take over, that will have legacy, that will take land, that will begin to release nascent generations and implant sons and daughters into their proper destinies. I do believe that. But we have to begin to understand our proper proximity inside of both gender roles. Men are seed bearers, seed givers. Women are the birthers. And so we have to begin to say there are apostolic women that need to birth. Just like there are apostolic men that need to seed and release seed, so that vision can be restored, so that deliverance can begin to manifest, so that things can inside of the United States and abroad can begin to be honed inside of proper doctrine. Because we have a lot of bad doctrine floating around out there. The first bad doctrine is I was promoted to the apostolic. I'm just saying it's bad doctrine. I won't take that back. I don't care. You either blood in, blood out, or you are not.
Yeah. You can desire to do a good work. That's called
a bishop. Purple.
But a bishop and an apostle are two different things. Two different callings, functions, graces, agendas, two different set out plans. They both work together for the good of mankind and God's kingdom. However, they're different.
They're different. One you can desire. You can desire a good work and be a bishop.
Come on.
And I ain't knocking that. Desire the good work, do the good work. Be the butler in the body of Christ.
Bishop. Be a bishop. Nothing's wrong with that.
But an apostle, God had made you in heaven. He started drawing you out like clay, and then he was like, "Yeah, you're an apostle. Yeah, go." You don't get this whole I desire, because I did not desire this.
Yet most apostolic people do not wake up in desire of it because they feel the fire of God on their lives constantly. Look, if you're an apostolic person, you represent the power of God on the earth. You represent the insignia of God on the earth, the authority of God on the earth, the grace of God on the earth. And if you recognize this in and of yourself and you stand on it, you will be able to do almost just about anything that this earth can have to offer and or imagine. God has given apostles a tremendous amount of power. That's the reason why everyone can't say that they're an apostle. Why? Let's just deal with this right off the top. Because people have power and then they have abuse. How many of y'all done seen some people be abusive? Abusive with their power. Listen, some of us are very gifted, which means I, like myself, I can sit next to you and hear a lot of your thoughts, know what you did last week, the week before, 1996, what you were doing when you walked down the street in September 8, at 8:09. Those are the things that can happen. But abuse sets in when I see how you are abusing, then I play on your emotions. I play on your abuse. I break into your trauma to snatch you and make you do what I want you to do. It is abuse and hypnotism, and it is nothing but witchcraft. These witch apostles must fall. These false apostles must fall. And we got to start to deal with this. We got to start to deal with it when people are not doing right inside of the power that God has given them. We got to start to deal. We got to look at it, because the more and more I see people went instead of being sent, they start to operate inside of abuse. They abuse their power. They abuse people. They break whole churches. They don't care because it's all about them and nothing else. It is nothing but it is hypocrisy at best.
Speak false doctrine.
Come on. They don't even speak doctrine. They create doctrines that are not true. They don't even speak of the word. They just create untruths and make people live by them because it makes them feel good that they're in control of these people. Come on, y'all, let's deal with it.
Whereas me, I need to control my own life. I need the Holy Ghost.
She said, I just need to control my own life. Look, and then when you're an apostle, you don't even have control of your own life. Let's put it all out there. If you are an apostolic person, you don't have control over your life. Everyone that's apostolic say, I lose control. No control here. No control. No manipulation here. No manip. Everyone put no manip.
I mean, if I could have controlled this, I would have got on here with a mile-long fill-in.
She can't control her life.
I can't control my life, my time. Look, I have to wake up and literally, now I can have plans for my day like most people. You sit down and be like, okay, this day I got to do this and this and this. Like, I didn't handle anything else to handle today. I'm going to tell you guys what. I have to ask Holy Spirit, what is it that you're going to intervene into my day? Or give me keen discernment so I know what's happening around my day. Oh, boy, God, my God, my God. You have to have vision. One of the main things about apostles is your vision. Your vision should supersede others' vision around you and your enemy's vision, be it humans and demons.
That's fire. Everyone put the fire emojis down right now. Your vision should supersede everyone's vision around you and the evil one's vision of you. Woo! Jesus Christ. Come on alive up in here.
I frequently say when God exposes a plot from the devil and I can clearly see this thing, and I'm like, I can see through this. I began to operate in strategy because one of the main functions of an apostle, but for me, besides training, is functioning in strategy. I am a war veteran. Do you hear me? I am a war strategist. I will create strategy out of thin air. I told you guys I made the bylaws for the church. I sat down at 21, 22 years old and just with an old school laptop, the old school Dell laptops. See, y'all don't know about that.
They don't know nothing about that.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. You don't have no Apple on the front. It was a Dell.
Come on. No Apple.
No Apple. Dell.
We grew into the apostolic with the Apple later. Come on.
And so I'm sitting up and I have to, once I get a plot that's exposed, I begin to automatically begin to create strategy to begin to defeat my enemies.
Come on. Ladies, do you create strategies? Do you see things that other people can't see?
Come on.
Come on. If you can see things, put I'm a seer. If you can see things, put I'm a seer. If you can feel things and you just innately know things, say I got discernment. Put that inside the comment section. If you have power, just put I'm a powerful apostolic woman. I'm graced for this. See, there's some things that we need to declare and decree even right now out in the open, because God wants you to be out in the open. Satan wants you hidden, and Satan wants you ostracized and isolated. You must come out of isolation. Do not play with the isolation game. Well, God is calling me into the dark. God wants me to be all by myself. All by myself. That's called pride.
But I wanted to draw attention. Prophet Michelle, God bless you.
Come on.
We always give her honor. Man, my wedding gown came from Prophet Michelle.
Come on.
Way back. Almost, how long we been married now? 2005?
We're about 17 years.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, man.
17 years ago, this woman of God blessed our lives. Her husband blessed our lives. They changed our lives for the better. I am enthralled and in love with you forever. And I just want to make sure that we give you your honor, flowers, your kudos, and your honor right now. You have been a great woman of God, a great prophet, all our lives, and you will be even until the end.
Come on. And the funny thing is we came from the same house that did their job with us. Like, yep. I would the Lord had to say, no, they did their job.
They did their job.
You didn't understand the assignment. They did their job. I sent you directly. And there's an apostolic sending even into that house. Do that job, get raised up so I can get sent out.
Yeah. Simple. And I mean, they would never know it. They don't know where you came from. And it's so funny that where you came from, you were working at a bookstore. Let's deal with this real quick, just so that everyone, if you never knew, you probably wouldn't know. She was working at a bookstore. We were inside of a transition inside of our lives, me and her. My pastor had just actually recently passed away. Her pastor was doing worldwide ministry. He's an apostle.
When he rests, God rests him.
He rests now, but he was an apostle, worldwide ministry. He is known from the awakening. He is a pillar in Chicago. He has done it all. He is one of the first people to bring in dancers into the local body of Christ and bring in arts. He was phenomenal at everything. So Apostle Clifford E. Turner walks in, and he's flash and dash, and he's talking, and he got mad cash. So he comes on in, and he's talking to back
Rocking
then.
The gold.
Yeah, back then, Carrie, Minister Carrie. And she's pulling up books. She's doing what she has to do, and he prophesies to her. Now, this prophecy stays with me because he prophesied about me, and he did not know me. He said, the man that you're going to marry is an apostle, and he will go across the lands, and he will travel, and he will do great ministry. Short version. All right. Right after that prophecy, guess who strolls inside of the bookstore?
He walks out. Those that released us into ministry walked in, and they began to I picked with them because in my 20-year-old self, my 20-year-old self was so wrong. She had on fur, and so he didn't have no hair on his face. So I thought that was a teenage son and then her little son. I was like, oh, they're so cute. And so
I thought that was a mom and a son. Look,
she had on fur, okay?
Yeah, Prophetess always kind of came in with it. She always came with it.
And so I didn't realize he had on a Navy, like a fleece from the Navy. And so he asked me, they had like a stack of things to get. And so I go into the back to get their order. I come back out with their order, and he gives me a pastor's perks. So if you know about perks, you know what store I used to work at. And so I was like, excuse me, you a pastor? Like, automatically an attitude kicks in because you about to get me fired out here playing, trying to get that 20%. And so he's like, no. And he's excitedly begins to tell me the name of his church, where it's located. I was like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. They said, well, give me your phone number, we'll call you. They called me that night and began to prophesy about things I had not told anyone. And so I told him, I said, we got to go to this church on tomorrow. I feel like there's a drawing and a pulling to this couple. And so, baby, the rest is history, because that was an apostolic sending. And at that time, at 20 years old, I did not understand what God was doing. But at 37, almost 38 in August, I now understand what God was doing. He was setting me up for destiny. He had me trained and appointed at 21 years old. A lot of people do not get those kind of instances. Like I said, I started preaching at 15. So I'm 37, almost 38. That means for 23 years of my life, y'all, has been devoted to the gospel.
Come on. People don't know it, but our generation is different. You would look at us and say, well, they just babies. They just starting to know. We got 20 years in the game. I mean, we got some skin in the game. I mean, look.
Because it has to do with our sending. Come on, Prophet T said it was a setup. It was a setup. It was a setup because this is called destination. The apostolic has to do with destination and landmarks and distinction and difference and anointing and appointing. Come on here, somebody. When you begin to understand what this is about, and it's more than just walking around with a big red ring, walking around with a red cape on, sitting in a chair, folk carrying you around.
It's more than the big old cane and a whole bunch of insignia. It's so much
it's
more
about
than
lives.
Come on.
It's about transformation. It's about that message. And a lot of times you're introduced to your message after your huge is a mess. And I hate to say that, but coming into my apostolic calling, baby, apostles, the two things that follow apostles, or the three things that follow apostles, is scandal, sabotage, and witchcraft, which is love, because you're a house of prayer at that point. If you're an apostle and you don't pray, sit down. Just quit.
Just quit.
How are you going to hear to deal with your message if you don't have a prayer life?
Look,
just sit down.
Real truth is, you're going to get attacked so much you're going to quit. I know apostles right now that have stopped. They have quit. They are done. The people that started out with us are done. We are some of the last of that area where we were being installed. Come on, y'all. If you're not in prayer, you're too weak to do the apostolic. Let's just put it out there. Put it out there. More prayer equals what, y'all? Put in the comment section. More prayer equals what? Y'all know this thing. More prayer equals what? More power. More prayer equals more power. And look, if you don't have power, you can't be apostolic, because the apostolic is a power gift. It's a power gift.
It's a power gift. It's a life shifter. And baby, when you get connected to your message, which means you are finally connected to your identity.
Come on.
That apostle is unstoppable, because you know why you sent. You know the reason, and you know who you sent to, and nothing no one can say, do, taunt your reputation. And baby, we've endured our taunts of reputation, even up to folk lying about who sent us. Who's I'm the spiritual father. Who are you? We don't
even know you.
I be looking like,
and it be, and it's,
who's this uncircumcised from the sideline? It's just, all kinds of taunts. You know what I mean? And lies, because folk don't know, because we're very quiet in Atlanta. And the Lord had to deal with me. He said, your quietness breeds uncomfortability. For those that don't understand that we're quiet on purpose. Reason why we're quiet is because him and I don't do mess. And so a lot of folk like to gossip in inner circles and talk about this circle and talk about that circle, and they come to us talking about circles. You're not gonna say we said anything. We said nothing. We looked at you.
Yeah, we watched you as you talked about that circle, and we kept it quiet, because that circle deserves respect, just like your circle deserves respect. We didn't go and tear down your circle, or we didn't go and tear down someone else's circle, because respect is necessary in the body of Christ. One of the main issues that I've noticed is that we don't respect one another enough to shut up.
And let's Apostle John Ville called it the mean girl spirit.
Mean girl spirit.
When I saw that, I had to laugh. I said, that is a mean girl spirit, because if you are a clique over here and you're a clique over here, what makes your clique better than this clique? You just have a degree of understanding that the other clique doesn't have, or they have a degree of understanding you don't have. It doesn't make you better or worse. You're trying to determine in pride who's better or worse, and that's anti-apostolic. Apostolic, you want to hear the best apostolic line Yeshua said, them red letters said? Yeshua said, they came, he said, oh man, Jesus, they out here casting out devils like you. They not a part of our clique. He said, they are still on their kingdom assignment. Let them cast out devils, because they doing it in my name.
Come on, whether you be of Apollos or you be of me. It does not matter. If you're Pauline or whatever, it does not matter where you come from. Do the work and respect other people's work. It's so amazing how we can call ourselves apostolic, but never deal righteously with one another behind the scenes. Come on, y'all. Let's talk real. Let's talk real. If you're an apostolic woman or man, behind the scenes when no one else is watching, you got to do right. You got to pay people back their money. You got to be the lender. You got to stop lying, cheating, and stealing and doing all levels of crazy stuff behind the scenes. Come on. You can't sleep with a boyfriend and call yourself apostolic. You can't be an apostolic whore. That is not what we do. You got to do the thing the right way, all the way through and through. Why? Because apostolic means true. Apostolic means real. Apostolic means power. Apostolic means the authority on the earth. And how can you be an authority that's sent and you break all levels of authority? You break all levels of plain out covenant, just plain out natural, normal, common sense. Everyone put in the comment section. Everyone put in the comment section. We apostolic women. We apostolic men. Just put in the comment section. We apostolic, because on one level we must declare and decree what we are and what we are not. Because if we allow the world to mix what we are not with what we are, it will do it. It will do it, and it will laugh at us as it tries to mock what we are not.
And when I say that we bring the definition as apostles to what the apostolic is, based upon our actions, based upon our apostolic prototype, because there's a prototype. There are different kinds of apostles. I don't judge another apostle based upon their assignment. I stick to my assignment and I give you kudos in yours. But see, because there's a level of Leviathan that's tried to seep into the apostolic, there's a lot of pull and push and a lot of dysfunction within the apostolic based upon that, and based upon even trying to make apostolic something that's a degree of sexuality, where you're a woman, you can't be an apostle. Who said that? Dorcas was one of the greatest. Junius was one of the greatest among the brethren, and that's a female.
Come on. Who said that you can't be a female apostle? Who said that you have to sit at the lower mic? I'm so done with that. Who said that you have to have the smaller pulpit? Who makes you to have the smaller pulpit? Because you're the smaller vessel? Because you're to be less honored than the person that's up there speaking? Because you must have not went through anything. You must have not seen anything. You don't have nothing to say.
Your message.
You ain't came.
You don't have any drive. You're not a birther. You did not push things into existence. You know, the most apostolic thing a woman can do is create something out of nothing. Baby, when you stretching them groceries, especially in this hour, that's apostolic. When you know how to pull them doggone dollars together and create $200 for gas money, and you don't know how this has happened, but $200 has appeared and materialized, and there was the miraculous. That's apostolic. But folks try to undercut women that are apostolic and create something else, and well, you're just a missionary.
Come on, you're not just a missionary. And I don't like it when we call older people missionaries because they're older. Ageism, sexism, it needs to leave. We need to stop it now. Somebody needs to just stop. You just need to say no. And if you see it inside of some place, just walk up on out of there and come to Chicago. We got a space for you. Get on our Zoom. Do whatever it takes. Get out of hell. Get out of places that don't look like God, don't look like the kingdom. Get out of places where men are leading people into hellfire, leading women into hellfire, saying, no, shut up, be quiet, because the Bible says you need to shut up and be quiet while in the church. All this crazy lunacy. It is ridiculous how we just allow people to do whatever by quoting half of a scripture, quoting half of a context.
Women are supposed to learn in silence. You know what that scripture has to do with? It has to do with Diana, okay, who was a goddess, which is truly Ashtoreth in the Old Testament. And some of the women were still caught in the fertility god, the god that Jezebel served, and would sit up and call out to Diana during the services.
Come on. So
and these were married women, mind you. This is why they said the woman needs to be covered in the service, because the husbands were just as Ahabic as ever and not saying nothing. So you up in here worshiping God, Yeshua, Yahweh, and the men up in the women, the men letting the women up. Diana, we call upon you for fertility.
Yeah, imagine calling on some other god during a worship ceremony. Imagine we worship
you. Up in that and Kingdom of Heaven, I'm gonna put you out.
and look, it's all speaking to what we have now. Those people that like to call themselves Christian witches and all that stuff. How you a Christian witch? You can't be a Christian and a witch at the same time. Cut it out. Cut it out. You're either in love with God or you're in love with witchcraft. You can't serve two masters. It's the same stuff that we used to see way back in the day. All right. So let's just come on out of the old and come into what God is doing now. What God is doing now is he's raising up women that will stand up for what is right, that will stay righteous inside of his sight, that will deal appropriately with people, that will love people, that'll take care of people. We're talking about real Christian women that don't have they don't have a negative thing to say about another Christian woman. Woo,
baby. And when I tell you, I don't have a negative thing to say. Look, if you glowing, I'm glowing. We walking together. We sunlight, baby. We don't have to pull up against each other. And I'm gonna let you be as extra, as beautiful, as kind, as loving, as flawless, as gorgeous as you want to be, and let me be the same. You know what I'm saying? Because there's this thing when it comes down to women, where women have to be competitive. I cannot stand that, and I want to be one of the first apostolic women to raise up and to dispel that foolishness. Yeah. That's some dumb, what my spiritual daughter, Apostle Nikki, calls it asinine madness. Baby, it's asinine madness when you cannot stand next to a woman and I have to measure yourself because you're insecure. I'm not insecure inside of myself. I'm so secure that any woman around me can shine, and I want you to shine. I want to shine. I want you to shine. And we all better shine together.
Come on. God made you to shine. Don't let your light go dim. God would never want you to stand next to another woman and feel lower than that woman. You are not lower than that woman. Just like she puts her skirt on. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Her skirt on the same way you put your dress on. Just like even I'm a man, I put my pants on the same way another man puts his pants on. We are not going to do this whole I'm going to measure up to you. I'm going to make myself as good as you. Look, if you're doing all that, you should be being mentored by them. If you stop with you can't compare to someone you're trying to compare to.
And look, Jackie Anna said this, and if you know me, then you know I just love me some Jackie Anna, y'all. She said, don't compete with the woman, learn from her.
Come on. Because every woman has something you need to learn from. Every man has something you need to learn from. Every woman has something that's special about her that you wasn't raised that way, but you admire it. You wasn't taught that way, but you admire it. You enjoy seeing that woman do what she does, and sometimes you wish you could be like that. And guess what? That's okay, but don't let it turn into something where you always trying to measure up. You always trying to be just as sophisticated. You're always trying to create something in there. Don't create a gap of love. Keep the love together, because guess what? The more and more our Christian women stand up, the more and more they will get stronger. You can't have a voice separated. You can't have a voice fighting amongst yourself. You can't take a city fighting amongst yourselves, fighting about whose wig is better, who got the better dress on, who wore the heels, who got the best red bottom, who got the thickest thighs. Y'all need to come up on out of that.
Thick thighs save lives.
They'll save most of our men's lives first. But here's the deal. Let it go. Women have to grow, and it shouldn't be this whole stigma that every time women get together, there's some type of issue.
Whereas me, I love peace. I love to sit down. I had a brilliant time the last time I was with the women of our church. I was the two prophets and I, and then later on that evening, we went out with our spiritual daughter, Apostle Nikki. I absolutely adore times like that. I love my husband. I love my sons in the ministry. But when the women get together and it's peaceful, I love situations like that, because you can do woman things that we don't necessarily want men to know we do. I mean, I know he knows, like, I do stuff like I pick at my face from time to time. I look at my pores at night under the cell phone light, and I'm examining them, and he's like, what are you doing? You know, and you know, I'm just like, I gotta make sure they're clear. There's no congestion. You know, you know, I could talk about all that and feel at home with it. Girl, those are some cute shoes. You know, oh, what perfume is that you have on? You know, oh, those are great accessories. Where did you get that from? And me, I'm the female. I'm the woman that will actually tell you where I got stuff from and what is it. Like, y'all just saw me on accident. I was like picking up something else and grabbed this is my scent of the day. If you know, you know. Okay. Flora Britannica. Y'all ain't getting nothing for free on me. But that's what I'm wearing today. It smells lovely. But you know what I mean? I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if you're a woman, I need you to find yourself here in Chicago. We have an Apostolic Women's Conference coming up. I need you to find yourself here. Don't play around with the whole shenanigans. Be a part of a winning team. Be a part of a winning group. Don't play around with people that just want to lose all their life. You can't lose in this time. In this season, you gotta win. I want you to be a winner. I want you to come on in, be a part of this Apostolic Women's Conference. All right. There's tons of great speakers. There's tons of great prizes, tons of great stuff that's going to happen. And look, it is not just for the grown woman. It is for the daughter
too
as well.
My heart is with the next generation. I have a 13, almost 14-year-old. She's entering into high school.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like me. Mm-hmm. She don't know it yet. Look, remember when we were dating, when we were kids, I used to wear rings on every finger. Mm-hmm. Now what is Kai doing?
She wears rings on all of her fingers.
She is me.
She's been stylish since she's been like 6 though. She was the type that wore 2 different types of stockings because they had 2 different colors, but they looked hot. Like she was that type of person that would do whatever it took. And she always stood out. She's always above the crowd. She's always woman amongst women. Like whoever marries her is going to have to be like the man. Cause she's definitely going to be the woman, you know.
Come on.
It's all, but we have a conference for them. We want all of them to come.
So look, the young girls we're going to talk about, they're going to make jewelry. So they're going to make jewelry and they're going to define what Jesus means to them. How has he affected them? And so they're going to make necklaces and everything, and they're going to go home with that. They're going to have a purity time, a time of purity where they begin to discuss what that means. And they're going to get a purity ring and they're going to vow their purity to the Father. Come on here. And they're going to have ministry, prophetic, prayer, a message. Your baby girl is going to get laid out in the floor. Okay. But the women, that first night we have Apostle Tina Arrington, okay, from Chicago. That next morning we have Prophet Tylonda M. Levo.
Woo!
She's a machine.
Look. We got the people. Come on.
She's a machine. She's 5 a.m. service.
Cold.
5 a.m. service. You don't. I am not that. I'm usually going to sleep around that time, but I will be up specific. If I don't go to sleep, I will stay up that whole time just so I can see her. Okay, baby, because she's a machine.
She's a machine.
We're gonna have breakfast together. It's gonna be called Ladyship, not Fellowship. Ladyship. And then we'll have Apostle Gwen Anderson. She's going to deal with the apostolic might of a woman.
If you've never heard her preach, like all of these women can speak something into your life without trying. Imagine what's going to happen when they try. These women are cold. They've been handpicked, prayed over, all that stuff. They sent for you. You got to make sure that you register and you be a part of this thing. You got to be a part of it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how anointed and how it's going to change your life as a woman. You know, men, we need that getaway. You know, men need that getaway. And if you have a man that ain't never gotten away, you recognize how badly men need to get away, right? Because they start acting crazy. They start doing stuff that's just like, why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? You know, and you can't answer the question.
I just thought you needed
some. See? You just need something, right? But as a woman, you got to sometimes step out of your norm so that you can receive something supernatural. An apostolic woman needs something supernatural in her life. You can't get it from the Baptist. You can't get it Methodist-wise. It's got to be apostolic. And there's a reason why we're going this route, because this is the route that the future is going to hold dear. You want to be on the right side of the future when this comes up. You want to be able to say, I was a part of the first, the second, the third, the fourth, every annual apostolic, and I helped with the committee. I expanded it. We moved it into India. We moved it into Africa. We made it a thing around the world. Mm-hmm. You want to be a part of that. You want to be a part of that. You want to be able to say you were there. You want to have the memorabilia to show your daughters. You want that.
Come on.
So register today.
Look,
register.
We got Pastor Mo, the fabulosity of the apostolic woman.
Yeah.
So it's okay to be fabulous and apostolic. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't believe that you do go through all that. You put on perfume, you do this and that. Baby, I have a whole skincare routine regimen every day, 2 times a day. That means skincare on my face routine. That means when I get in the shower, that means I scrub my body with they call it a mobile scrub, a sugar scrub. Then I take a washcloth and I use, they call it Jamal soap. Jamal soap is actually what Bathsheba was washing up with when David saw her. It's the olive oil soap.
Oh goodness. So if you need a man.
So I don't do that to need a man. I do that for cleanse because it cleanses your skin safely. I have way too many skin issues to just grab like Dial or something and get to do my first cleanse, because I don't do just the squeezy soap. I do a double cleanse. So that first cleanse, Jamal soap. That second cleanse, I get my body scrub gloves on, and then I do the body soap. So that could be olive olay. It could be native with the vanilla cupcake. And then after that, I get out, I rinse off, I towel off, special soap for the ladies. Then I do rinse off fully, and then I turn around and towel off lightly and lock in the moisture with baby oil. And then I go and put on a moisturizer with a moisture serum by this. Y'all not getting stuff. I don't mind telling y'all who it's from, but these companies, y'all try it and then get these sales, and then I get booty. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it because it's good for your skin.
Because look,
it's called Necessaire. They have a skin serum that's for those that need moisture. I'm a person that my face is oily, but my body is not. It's so odd how it's like I got a combination of my mother and my father. It's crazy how God put that together. And then after that, then I perfume down with whatever my scent today is. As in today, this is my scent of the day, baby. This smells so good. Do you smell it still?
Mm-hmm.
Look, it has its own great sillage. It's a booming smell. It's amazing. Then I get dressed and I accessorize. I'm not gonna leave the house unaccessorized. I'm not gonna leave the house without a hat on. Not that my hair isn't like airtight underneath. It is. It's just I'm putting on a hat. And then I gotta make sure my shoes are right. So my outfit has to be right. My shoes have to be right. I'm an apostolic woman. I'm gonna be right top to bottom.
Come on, y'all. Look.
So I can't wait till, because Pastor Mo's the same way, honey.
Yes, she is.
She steps out. And so y'all need to see this. Okay. You need to see this. And then we have my spiritual daughter, Apostle Nikki Lynn Bond. Baby, she's gonna talk about the apostolic woman in the marketplace. And she's a machine.
And you want to know it. She is 40 under 40. She just got the award over there. Where was she at? In New York? Come on, y'all.
With billionaires in a room.
Come on, y'all. Look.
She's a total machine. Y'all don't need to miss this. And then I'm going to close it out that night.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has to go change, put on their little black dress, because this is themed after one of my favorite movies, Breakfast at Tiffany's. You're going to put on your little black dress, and you're going to come back into the room. And then I'm going to preach. I'm going to prophesy. I'm going to walk that room. I'm going to lay hands. We're going to cast out devils, my team and I. We're going to heal the sick, my team and I. It's going to be on your face time. You're going on your face.
Come on. I'm excited.
And we have Dr. Alexandra Crumble leading worship. So look, register. Register tonight. Register now. Get your daughters registered. Get yourself registered.
Do we have that up there? I do believe that it's pinned, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one of the daughters posted. Several of them.
Prophet Trevera went ahead. She posted. She pinned it. Go ahead. Purchase your ticket. The ticket is not as expensive as our anniversary was. So go ahead. Purchase the cheap tickets right now. get one for your daughter, or purchase some for someone else. I want you, if you're out of our city, I want you to make the drive up, okay? I don't know where some of you may reside, but come to Chicago. It is a phenomenal and beautiful city. You should experience it, if not only for the days of the conference. You should experience Chicago, all right? So go ahead, register tonight. It's very inexpensive. It's just helping us to go ahead and do all of the things that we want to do. Most of it is already handled. We want you to go ahead and register and do the things that you have to do so that it can continue to expand. All right?
My kids out the door when a fly came in. Now I'm frustrated because the fly. I hate flies.
Yeah, it keeps flying around. So I'm gonna have to get rid of them.
Yeah, it is Balenciaga Flora Botanica. Baby, this smells so good.
Yeah,
I think it's out of production. I think that's the last thing I heard. So I went and got a. Y'all know me. Those, if you know, you know. I have backups and everything. But this right here, so good. It's ingenuity. It's like God Himself told them, this is the formula you write and take, right?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Iris, the prophet, you're bringing your 28-year-old daughter, 17-year-old daughter, 10-year-old granddaughter. That's what we're talking about. Nations and generations. There's a nation of women that need a voice, and we must pack out the house and create the voice of heaven inside of that place. Come on, y'all. I'm talking good, and y'all need to be talking too. Make sure that you register. So we already know Iris is bringing what is that? 3 extra people. And look, sometimes we have a giveaway. Stay tuned on our channel to look for our giveaways.
I have a giveaway with perfume coming up.
Come on, so stay tuned, and you have to watch
the videos though, because if we ask a question, and this giveaway is $450 worth.
Are you gonna give the good one? You gonna get good ones?
It smells so good too.
You gonna get the good stuff?
I don't mind because I always have backups up on top of backups, up on top of backups, up on top of backups. I'm gonna have to post a perfume video so y'all can see.
Yeah, look. Oh, if you're coming to the Apostolic Women's Conference, go ahead, put inside the comment section, I'm coming and I'm registering. Just put that in there. Dr. Rhonda, I know you're an apostolic woman. I want you to come on in. Debbie McAllister, I want you to come on in. Make sure that you are a part of this ceremony. It is big. I believe that God is doing something fresh and new inside of both of your lives. So let's do it. There's a couple more people that I definitely want to see come on in there. Miss Lark, I want to see you come on in there if it is at all possible for you. I want you to come. Okay? Come on in there. Prophet Michelle, I definitely want to see you come. Definitely want to give you honor in your face.
Oh yes, and we will have bougie bags, y'all. We've gotten donations and sponsorships with I believe we're still working with Mac. Lush. We definitely have worked with Lush inside the bougie bag family. Oh my God, this is crazy how God has completely snapped out. And like literally, like we have a whole bougie bag. We have yeah, let me know, team. Are we still partnershiping with Mac? I hope we are.
I believe that it's all still happening.
I'm looking for a perfume company to tell me that they're partnering with us. Then we'll have perfumes in a bougie bag.
Come on, it ain't nothing but good marketing for these companies. It ain't nothing but good blessings for y'all. Come on. So let's make this big. All women, all around. Make sure that you share this. Tell your other women friends. Hey, woman at the water cooler. Hey, girl, I'm going to this women's conference. I want you to come with me. I'm gonna pay for half your ticket. I'm gonna pay for I'm gonna pay for your ticket. Do whatever it takes. Help bring in the people of God because they need a voice, and you want to make sure that happens. All right.
Oh, we will not be camera shy.
Oh no. Did y'all see our anniversary? Did y'all see our anniversary? And we still got pictures.
We gotta post most of them.
We still got pictures. In fact, we probably need to just be like, hey, look at these memories. Because our anniversary on this past May was absolutely phenomenal. We talking about we went all in.
Honey.
We went all in. Look, and you can see the glory of God. You can see the finances that were put into it. You can see the thought that was put into it. Our admin team went absolutely ballistic. We had excellent photography. My man Carlos, he went and did his thing. I love you, man of God. We went all in. We had great people that decorated. Come on. So you know that this conference right here is going to be good.
Come on.
I want you to just come on in. Join us. What is it? It's the first week of the coming up month. All right.
August 4th and 5th. I'm going to show it, y'all. Boom. Prophet Travera Watson put it inside the comment section. I am highlighting it. August 4th through the 5th. Rendezvous at Tiffany's, Mom, Sisters, and Daughters, and Apostolic Women's Affair. Tickets are at https://bit.ly/KHIM women. Get your tickets today. Register yourself, register your daughter, register your niece, register your auntie, register your sister, register your mama, register your granny, register your best friend forever. Get these ladies in here, y'all. And look, you can also send an offering in for that as well.
Yes. Every offering goes to help us to promote more of what we do and help all of our speakers and help everything work appropriately. Y'all know how this works. We not playing no games with it. Help us make the world better. Help us make the world better. So please give some tithes, give some offerings. I know y'all regularly might tithe everywhere else and all that stuff, but sow your offering here. Sow your tithe here. Put it inside of the context of, I want the conference to be great. If you're a woman, and let's say you like, man, on that day, I know I can't make it, but I want to send $500. Send $500. Hit the link and just do that thing and just let us know. Hey, man, I bought some tickets for y'all. Go ahead and give them away for free. That's what apostolic women do. That's what they do. I want y'all to do that for us on this evening, the coming up week. Let's get that done, because all of our tickets more than likely are going to get sold pretty quick on this coming up week. We just happen to be talking about it this week. So let's get it done. It's good. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Michelle, definitely. Let me know. Let me know so I can get you something special.
Yeah.
Please do.
Let us know.
So get it in my inbox, either on this page or my personal page. Let me know.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
Or I'll have someone reach out. If I can't get, then I will definitely get someone to reach out and get you some tickets. I would love to see you there. Most definitely. Oh, my God. I wonder if Prophet Nikki's still on here. You still on here?
Prophet Walls,
that's right. Because I still see Pastor Ness. I see Prophet Travera.
I haven't seen Prophet Nicole on.
Okay.
She was on earlier. You know, it's time now.
Yeah. Well, okie dokie, y'all. Oh, she says I'm here.
Oh, so she's the Facebook user.
I know one of them is CJ, so something must be happening with this interface that we call the StreamYards.
Okay.
So that must have been her saying,
she's saying she's here. Yep, come.
Okay. Yeah, Prophet. I just had an idea. Remind me tomorrow to bring it up, please. And she's on our administrative team. Her, Prophet Ashley, Prophet Nick, and Prophet Ash, Prophet Nick, and Prophet Travera. It's crazy when you have all prophets on your administrative team.
It makes it a
whole lot easier because everyone's creative. Okay,
come on, and everyone's creative in the same way. So you're not having all the look. Apostolic people know how to create apostolic teams. You don't want the evangelist and the prophet fighting up against each other. So don't play them. Look, we can only show you what we can show you at this limited time. If you want to grow, you want to learn more, join us on Zoom, follow us, be a part of what we're doing every single Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of every single week. All right. Join our local family, join our local church, and you will be blessed.
All right, fam. We about to jump off. Hopefully tomorrow I can get. Well, I won't done. I probably won't because I have an administrative meeting tomorrow. I'm looking like my nails look like.
Hey, man.
My father would have been like, "Girl, what is going on here? Like, did I raise you?" Hey, but see, that's what you get when you're an apostolic woman and you have a father over you that's a straight up priest. Yeah. Oh, you're going to be a woman. You're going to be ladylike too. Yeah. Certain things just will not be tolerated. But all right, fam. I love you. Hey, how you doing, Tay? Beautiful Tay. She's so pretty.
Let's go. Oh. Let's go.
Yes, you guys. We're about to get on up out of here. We're gonna get back on him tomorrow. I'm speaking presumptuously.
We jumping on tomorrow. Same bad channel, same bad place. Don't miss out, and then go ahead and add more of your women friends. All right, it's all about the woman, the apostolic woman. We're gonna be talking about the apostolic. We're gonna drop these keys. We're gonna drop boulders on people. It's going to be magnificent. So make sure that you join us tomorrow evening. All right.
Yep, and so we'll take some of these topics from tonight and bring them into tomorrow. It's gonna be powerful. All right, fam. Peace out. Watch this.